All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to the Burn Boot Camp podcast here with Nyheim Hines, professional running back, Buffalo Bill, Gardner University graduate, local here in the Charlotte area. Dude, it's so nice to have you in.
Pleasure.
Very nice to have you in. And we're gonna talk a little bit about sports, because here at Burn Boot Camp, we talked a little bit about this in our offline, how sports, in your case football, in my case baseball, it becomes your identity, it becomes your community, it becomes almost everything you are. Talk to me about what that's like at the highest ranks in the professional sports realm with the Buffalo Bills.
Like you said, it is your identity, especially when you go to Buffalo, you score a couple touchdowns or you just play there, you feel like a rock star. So then you really
They're wild in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's definitely a different culture when you're out there, and every week it's sold out. It's snowing, sold out. People have shirts off. It's crazy. But then as you immerse yourself into that culture, which is a great culture, you start dive into more as, I'm a Bill, I'm this and I'm that. And then like we talked about offline, you have to identify yourself outside of that. And that's why I'm happy to be here and meet you. And just like how, guys and people who suffer from neuromuscular diseases needed a voice, I did too as an identity, because honestly, since I became the national spokesperson, I've had more identity off the field than I think I've ever had in my life. And this is something that I can do way after football. And like you spoke, after baseball was done for you, you had to find something. And we're both trying to do the same thing. So I'm glad we can meet and have this mission.
For sure. Yeah. And so Be Their Muscle is an event that we do every year, as you know, at Burn Boot Camp. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Last year we raised $800,000. This year we're shooting for over $1 million. Our goal was $1 million last year, and we came up a little bit short, which even fires me up more. I'm ready to go get it this year. And thank you for all you do from the top at MDA and really being the national spokesperson. I know how much that means to you. And and Burn Boot Camp really became my identity when I got released from the Giants too. I didn't make it to the big leagues. I wasn't quite as good as you in the.
Man, look, we both made it. So
we
both
blessed. Had
a chance.
I'm super privileged, and all my experiences there, taught me pretty much everything that I needed to learn from a leadership perspective to be able to step into a different environment. So. And lead from a high level. So what are some things that football teaches you that you can carry over into the MDA and in your leadership position there that are conditioning you for success as the national spokesperson? I
think my favorite thing about football is you can play forever, but you never know everything. That's the best thing about sports is you always can mess up and you always learn something new. And that's something that I've taken to just anything, not being, when football's over, I'm going to have to take steps in life. And sometimes you have to take steps to get forward in life, you have to take some steps back. So truthfully for me, just using those skills and then also just resiliency, it doesn't matter what's going on, you have to compartmentalize and focus. There's things that happen, but when it's time to show up and do what you're supposed to do and meet your obligations, you have to do those things. And I think sports teaches me so many life lessons that I've learned just outside of school, just not giving up, having brothers. Honestly, truthfully, my favorite verse in the Bible is Ecclesiastes 4:9-12, and it says, 2 are better than 1, for you will go far. For one who falls alone will be in trouble. And that's really what sports is. You can't do it by yourself. You have to rely on somebody, especially football. It doesn't matter what I do. The guys have to block for me. Josh has to throw me a great ball. And that's what I've learned is when you don't know, ask for help. And I think in this day and age, people are so prideful or just don't want to say they know. Sometimes it's okay saying you don't know. And also that you're not okay. Both of those are okay. And, as men, we try to be tough, but it's also okay to just say you don't know. Just to say you're not okay, because the best thing you can do in life is learn, and when you learn, that's how you learn. You meet new people. That's how you get forward in life and keep going.
And being able to walk through your life with that set of core values, and just getting to know you in the little time that we have. I'm becoming a good judge of character as I travel the world and meet so many people. Right?
New people is cool.
And you just radiates from you your positive attitude, and it's just so refreshing from our perspective here that. And there's a lot of great professional athletes who have great character on and off the field, but there's also a handful that don't, right?
Yep, they make us look bad
right?
too, yeah.
And a lot of times that's what gets talked about the most. And
the stereotype of athlete, it's very, very tough.
Right, and so then I meet you and just how humble you are and how much you want to give back to your communities is really enlightening and refreshing. So, obviously that's with intention. We do everything in our lives with purpose and intention. What do you hope that, kids out there, Bird Nation is, 110,000 almost now full of members, and most of those members are women who have families who really want their children to grow up looking at role models like Nyheim Hines. How does that translate? Like, what does that mean to you to be able to have that responsibility for the youth?
You know what? is very humbling and honoring. But like you said, there's people watching. So just knowing that I have to set the right example, it motivates me. And truthfully, like as men, we try to do all that we can do. So when we do have families that, we can provide good for them. So that's all I'm trying to do is do great work for my sister's kids, and my future generations. And then for Burn Boot Camp Nation, I mean, thank you guys for everything. And just what I'll say is, like I told you guys earlier, it's okay not to say you're okay, and just talk to somebody. But also in life, like we talked about earlier, the Muscular Dystrophy Association, my parents, my mom, my uncle, they always hear people tell them something they can't do. And it's like that with everybody in life. At your job, there's probably somebody who's telling you can't do something, who doesn't want you to get ahead. And really, that does not matter. You really just have to work hard, and if you set your goals as something, you can do it. But you have to put the work in too. So I know here at Burn Boot Camp, you guys are all about putting in the work. So just apply that to your everyday life with how, that last set, those ropes, that last set of bench, whatever it is, how you strain to do that in your life. And you know what, even if it doesn't work out, you'll be able to know that you put your best foot forward. And when you put your best foot forward in life, good things and positive things will always happen.
I love that. I mean, that is exactly what Burn Nation stands for, and I appreciate you. You just took it upon yourself.
I'm a big fan of you guys.
To dress them, and
I bet you guys,
just like, hey, look at me. I'm gonna speak some life into you right now.
I was doing a camp in 2019, and actually the Garner location, you said there's over 500 people there. They were actually doing Burn Boot Camp outside of there, and I was actually just doing my camp, coaching kids and just watching them outside on the other side of the turf. I was like, wow, they're killing themselves. Like, this is something I need to do when I'm done. Like, it gives you guys that extra edge. It's almost like you have to compete against yourself, and that's life. The biggest competition you have is yourself.
Right.
What you say in your mind.
Like, you don't want, like, people think that, you like want to get up every day and like get out on the field every single day, and you're always ready. It's like,
no, I don't want to fail.
Exactly.
I don't want somebody to go out there and be better than me.
Exactly.
That's why, like, it's a pride thing at the end of the day. Like, I work hard because I don't want to go out there and fail. Mm-hmm. And then, if you know how it is as an athlete, if you fail, guess what? When you see, if I have a bad game on Sunday, best believe my mom, sister, dad, family got to go to work on Monday and hear about it.
Yeah.
And knowing that I take pride in that, because, as an athlete, you don't just represent yourself. I represent my high school, college, all the people who've helped me. And I take a lot of pride in that. I can't let those people down, so that's why we work hard. And just like that same edge you guys have, you don't want to be beside your partner in Burn Boot Camp and you can't finish the set and they got to help you because they're tired too.
Right.
So it's that accountability.
And even say that you're going to go and then you don't go.
You can't do that.
You're right. Like, and you don't wake up every day. This thing is really important for Burn Nation here. You don't wake up every day. Like, there's an intrinsic motivation, like, and you're going to get up and do it no matter what. But it's not like you wake up every day with the same positive. I mean, going out and NFL football practice is probably brutal.
I'm hurting.
It's brutal.
Dude, I'm about to say I'm human too. Like, just like how y'all have bad days at work. Sometimes on Sunday, y'all see me have a bad day. I'm not perfect, but you just keep going, just like how you guys wake up and don't feel it. I mean, sometimes I wake up on Sunday and my body hurts, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you feel. It's about the collective, the team. So just like when I don't feel good on Sunday, I still have to go out there and represent the Bills. When you guys don't feel well, you guys still have to come in and represent your team, your group, and Burn Boot Camp. You guys have a high intensity here, and you guys can't fail. So that's really what it's like being an athlete. You have to just wake up every day, and no matter how you feel, just give your best.
Yeah, we always say your goals don't necessarily care how you feel.
Nope.
They really don't.
1% better.
It's hard for me to say that because I'm a very optimistic person. There's a little bit of pessimism in that statement, but they don't. Your goals don't have bias toward how you feel. Yeah.
Sleep doesn't either. You sacrifice sleep sometimes to get where you have to be, and you work out longer, or sometimes, at least for me as an athlete, I've always been that person who put in the extra hours. So even when I lifted, I'd always just we got done lifting, I'd do some extra curls. I'm a curl guy. I think about beach body, spring or whatever. So that's the last thing I'll get some curls in. But that's what it always is. You have to do the extra work, and I know here you guys do that.
Do you feel, a couple more questions, do you feel that coming from a smaller university, going into the NFL, that you had a chip on your shoulder to prove yourself to the league, or do you take it more as a, hey, I've taken personal responsibility, done what I can do, controlled what I can control every way, I deserve this, this is my time? Yeah,
so when I went to State, it was just like NC State, it was just like how they I remember when I went there, we were not that great at football. We were so I even remember just when I first committed to NC State, I was I was like, I was a smaller guy and had things as a recruit coming out, and they were just telling me, hey, you would never make it from there. Don't know why, but that's just how it always has been. And even just me, obviously, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. It's just, I've had that chip on my shoulder my whole life. I've been short my whole life. And
far before college.
Way before college. Okay. Even high school, there were always, talks and conversations. You always look at everybody else in the state or in the country. So I always felt like they slept on me. I even still feel like that now. I feel like I've always been slept on. I've always had the underdog mentality. That's probably why I am where I am. Just always felt like, I know for sure for me, nothing was given. I had to go take it. And being a 5'9", 195 running back in the NFL is obviously hard. Every linebacker is at least 220 pounds. Every person I go against is at least 30 pounds heavier than me.
Right.
Some guys 60. So you really just have to have the dog mentality and just go out there and just can't be denied. You can't take no for an answer and just try to take it.
I love that. What's your fastest 40 time ever?
I ran 4.31. At the combine, I ran 4.35.
Let's throw 4.31's cooking. That's cooking.
Oh man, I want to run 4.2.
Hey, those 260-pound linebackers, they ain't catching you though.
Nope. See, that's what you're saying, and that's also what as athletes, you know your weaknesses, and everybody tells you about your weaknesses, but also as athletes, that's what you always hear, your weaknesses. But your strengths, you have those too as an athlete, and you have to maximize those. So I've always been quick and fast, so that's why I ran track in college, to get as fast as I could be. I was never going to be stronger, so I just had to try to get faster.
Yep. I love that. Well, Burn Nation, I know is just eating you up right now. You're saying all the things that I know that they would want to hear. They're just like, give me some more. So I got to leave them with one more. Just give me one more, right, like straight from your heart. We have, like I said, 100,000 members here that are tuning in and really trying to move the needle in their life. Give us one more thing. Look at that camera one more time. give us everything that you have, like you were in front.
I got a good quote, Lucy. Let me look at my notes. I can think of something. Let's see.
There we go. We'll pull up.
I'll think of something. Maybe
your Apple Notes brain.
Yeah, the Apple Notes brain.
In the same way, I just anytime any thoughts come in, just download it on Apple Notes.
Yeah, no, I literally just have a bunch of notes. Actually, this one's perfect. Every blessing ignored become a curse. That's the biggest thing. You know what? I'm not gonna say I'm very, very religious and spiritual, but I just believe that faith is not just a religion; it's work. So I believe that anything that you do have something that you are happy about, you should just be thankful for it. And also, there are things that are bad that happen, and you should be thankful for those too. Those are also problems. And I think the biggest thing in life, sports and on and off the field, is how you adapt to those problems. That's how you grow as a person, because you don't really grow when things are going right. Mm-hmm. Everything's happy. You have your world. You have everything you want. But I think your character and I think the biggest thing in character that strengthens it as an athlete and off the field is adversity. Mm-hmm. And when you have adverse situations, obviously things are not going to be happy. And they're not all going to be well. Be thankful for them, because that's an opportunity to grow. And I think that's the biggest thing you can do, Burn Nation, is when you do have problems, don't look at it as something that's to hold you down. It's there for a reason. Look at it as an opportunity to grow. And as athletes on and off the field, and just a person in life, we all have problems. Family, anything. It could be anything. Family, work, personal. But look at it as an opportunity to grow. And I think that's what I would leave you guys with.
I think that's a good place to stop, guys. This is Nyheim Hines, dude. Thank you so much for having us. Burn Nation, make sure you follow this man this year. He's going to score some touchdowns. You're going to see him. He's going to see him at the Buffalo Bills. So what's the stadium called? The arena called again?
Highmark.
The Highmark. Yeah, sitting up at the end zone, jumping up in the stands, getting all the love from all the fans. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here and your spokesmanship on behalf of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Be Their Muscle event is coming. It's April 22nd. All right, so make sure you get in the gym. It's a minimum, by the way, $25 donation. If you're going to donate anywhere in the month of April, you got to get that pocketbook out. You got to get your check out. You got to get your money out, your credit card, your crypto. I don't care what it is. And you got to at least donate 25. I like 50, maybe 100, maybe 150, maybe 5,000 for some of you high rollers out there. We're thankful for anything, but you have it. We got to see it, all right? You got to show up for us, Burn Nation. Let's go. That's how I do the promotion right there. That's how I do the promotion. We got to make them feel like, hey, we really want it. We need you guys. We got $1 million goal. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys soon. 2 claps on 2, 1, 2.